First of all, check this one out. So orbs are morphing into drones. Roll it. It's been claimed. What the?
Say, click it, come here.
Yeah, mom, get the camera. It like transformed in a way, and it did like 360.
Bro, what are we looking at, dog?
I don't know, dog.
Did you see the way it turned? It almost turned into something else. You think that shit turned into something else right now?
And then it just goes on the other side.
That's a UFO, bro.
Yeah.
Dick.
What do you make of it? Do you think it's a UFO or just like a Doritos chips flying around? But I mean, insane. It did like a 360 and then it's slowly but surely like goes down. It was completely something else, or I should not say completely something else, but it felt like something different. If real. Now this could be fake, this could be CGI. I want to know your thoughts and your expert opinions in the comments below. This second clip, holy smokers, it ain't no jokers. Shout out to the homie Mr. MBB. Roll it.
Tegan out of the state of Washington. This video's from last night during the overnight hours.
Yeah.
He said this was in the sky.
Mom, get the camera!
All night long. The video right here was taken at 1:56 a.m. He's zooming out for perspective purposes to kind of get an idea of how high up in the sky that thing was. A few thousand feet high. And it remained in the sky, according to Tegan, all night long. Wait till we zoom in on this.
No, it's very far away. My bullet's not reaching it right now. Like, it's far away, it's far away.
This is one of the wildest things I think I've ever seen in the nighttime sky. No kidding.
Yeah.
Didn't move, remained there for hours. What was it looking at? What was it doing?
It looks like the teeth, right? The structure. Any dentist around? Let me know, man.
Why does it light up bright every once in a while and then dim back out? And as you're going to see, this thing has some fascinating features on it. Wait till we zoom in really close, like we always do. We had an opportunity to go in real tight on this thing because the quality was excellent.
Okay, tight. Okay, pause, brother, pause.
Look at how high up that thing was. He zoomed completely out. Right there. That's several thousand feet in the sky.
Wait
That's
for
not
it.
anywhere near the ground. Here's the still images of this object. Look at the quality.
Oof.
Excellent quality. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
You can tell this is of intelligent origin. Are you serious right now? A circle with an X in it?
Or maybe it's not from a so-called very intelligent species, perhaps. You know, you gotta, either it's like super intelligent or it's not intelligent at all. I mean, I feel like that every time we talk about this topic of UFOs, everybody automatically assumes that these aliens gotta be like crazy advanced, crazy intelligent, and let's be real, they may be, but they may not be at the same time as well. They may be intelligent in some aspects of life or their life, and in other aspects, in comparison to us, they might not be as intelligent as us, right? I feel like that we just undervalue ourselves way too hard, way too much, man. But at the same time, man, when you try to not think about it, that's when it starts to make sense. You know what I mean?
What?
Don't think about it and it will make sense.
Unusual feature in the front?
Yeah.
How do you even begin to describe that?
You don't, brother.
Seriously. There you go. This is the object in a different format. You talk about weird. What is going on? Unbelievable. Coming up in this next segment, these, however, these mysterious lights are identifiable. Flying in an airplane just south of Las Vegas in northern Arizona, Matt took these photos out the window of an airplane in January of 2025. Couldn't help.
Looks like that they're here to get Diddy or something, man. Aliens before GTA 6. Oh man, hell nah, bro. Aliens coming. I don't think they're coming though, because everybody has been. Wait till I show you guys this footage here, because we have been hearing about the revelations, like aliens, disclosure. And make no mistake, like I'm a believer that we're not alone. Okay, like I do believe, mathematically speaking, I don't think we're alone. But where is the disclosure, man? And based off of what Trump said, a lot of people are hella disappointed. A lot of people are not even believing his statement. A lot of people are believing that, hey man, like he was told to say the lies. We're gonna get to that. Relax, we're gonna get to that and we're gonna talk about it. But a lot of people are not satisfied with Trump's answer in terms of the New Jersey drones and what they are and all that, right? Based off of what we're seeing right now. I mean, the UFO community is up in arms right now. Like, we're getting so much footage. It's yeah. So and on top, like, the whistleblower said one thing, government saying something completely different. We are seeing something completely different with our own eyes, or perhaps on the YouTubes, on the internets, right? We are researching on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. But jokes aside, though, something is going on, and they're not telling us about it. And they have always said that revelations. We're getting a disclosure very soon, and it's like, when are we gonna get a big one? Yeah, the big disclosure that was supposed to happen was the News Nation report, and it did happen. You know, the egg-shaped UFO, the psionic ability stuff, and don't get me wrong, that stuff is fascinating if true, but yeah, I feel like that people just want more. People are not satisfied. Maybe you are satisfied, and if you're satisfied with it, let us know in the comments. Are you satisfied? Are you not with the stuff that just came out, or you want more? Let us know.
But notice these very bright lights on the ground out in the middle of the desert. I've seen these before myself, and what these are very large solar farms. They're becoming more and more popular, especially out here in the desert Southwest, where the sun shines pretty much 365 days a year. And here's an unzoomed view of the large solar farms, once again, out here in the desert Southwest. So if you see...
Not gonna lie, he had us in the first tab. I thought it was aliens! Aliens, but no, okay. I want to show you guys this short little clip from Dr. Stephen Greer. Vetted also put it together, so roll it.
I want to get the word out about these breaking developments as they evolve over this year, 2025. Everyone I'm speaking to in the U.S. government have indicated this is going to be the year of disclosure of all this coming out. It's going to start slowly and then pick up speed. Okay. There's just been the smallest tickling of that right now with some whistleblowers coming forward. There are a lot more in the wings. And then there are a number of activities that are to be determined depending on what the incoming Congress and administration will do. I've been told by many of these special forces guys who've been in these bases that there's a number of them still in captivity, which they euphemistically call, I like the wordage they use.
So basically, and this is not like any jab at Dr. Stephen Greer, like I've been following his stuff, and the stuff that he talks about or release has been very fascinating, right? But yeah, with the dates, it's very, very hard to predict, man. Like, I feel like that, and this is something that we talked about it in a previous video too. What if the whistleblowers, including Dr. Stephen Greer, whatever they said about like a big disclosure in January, what if that was actually true, but the fact that they said it, I guess the people that were meaning to reveal it, they heard it and they're like, let's delay it to throw their credibility out of their window. That's always a possibility, but do I believe in that narrative? Nah, man, like, come on, right? Like, I guess it's so hard to predict stuff with dates. I guess the big disclosure, once again, like we have been talking about, it was that New Jersey drone situation. But it's interesting as to what he says right here. Roll it.
Out in space are absolutely fed up with that. And let me be clear about it. Civilizations out in space are absolutely fed up with that. And let me be clear about this. This is a warning and it is a threat. If we stay on that path much longer, the dangers to peaceful civilizations out in space and other trans-dimensional space-based civilizations is that it is untenable. So we're at a crisis and we have to fix it. And the way we're going to fix it is to stand down completely those aggressive weapon systems. Now, one of the executive orders that I have recommended to the incoming president and the Congress is immediate cessation of the use of those systems that target, bring down these craft through a forced effort as opposed to peaceful contact. So we need to take that sword and all those tools they have, but turn it into this plowshare of open, peaceful contact.
And Dr. Stephen Greer has been pretty big on the fact that, hey, we need to have a peaceful contact with them. And okay, I mean, I'm behind that for sure. And he's also implying the idea that us, the humans, are not like, or I should say, like the government. They aren't looking for a peaceful contact with them. But he's trying to make a point that they are peaceful, and we should be making a peaceful contact with them, which is something that I can get behind. But I mean, okay, so now it seems like that the disclosure is gonna be happening throughout this year. We're gonna, and it is true, as in News Nation also said this, right? So they had that documentary with the X-ship UFO, right? And the guy, I believe Jake Barber, you know, like the big eye guys, people are saying like he never blinks. So Jake Barber revealed that, you know, the X-ship UFO, and he talked about psionic abilities, right? So according to him as well, in the coming weeks, in the coming months, we're gonna be getting more information. We're gonna be getting like more information. And now Dr. Stephen Greer is saying is that, yeah, so it's gonna start off slow, but then as soon as it picks up, it's gonna pick up fast. And I really hope it does, man. I really hope it does.
Without the ulterior selfish motive of let's steal and reverse engineer more of their tech. We've already done that. It's been done for 70, 80 years. We don't need to recreate that wheel.
And that reverse engineer point, we're gonna get back to it. Relax. You're gonna get some tonight. No Diddy though, but yeah, that point, I wanna actually bring that up when we get down to what Trump said, all right? It's gonna be interesting.
We need to disclose the technologies that already are existing, that are to be used peacefully, not the things that fly, but the energy generation. But we don't need to go from one legacy program to something that would be equally misguided and would be using technologies that are psi related aggressively or in a way that is forced.
And shout out to Reddit for putting that together.
All right, so it sounds like, you know, there's a lot to talk about here, to be honest. I mean, you know, let's talk about first about just this. Stephen Greer has, you know, recommended this executive order, right, to put a stop to all these programs, to stop shooting down these UAP, right, these UFOs.
But who is shooting them? Like me? Come on, guys. It's an airsoft, all right? Come on, man. Stop. I'm in Canada. It's a Canadian version. It don't work. All right? It don't work. So stop blaming me, okay? But I haven't, we've only seen one video of a guy like shooting it, but then of course people were like, nah, it's fake, CGI, this and that. The guy was not shooting the drone. So you know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, if you have seen that clip, you know what I'm talking about. That's apparently a month old at this point. But there was a guy apparently shooting a UFO, but people said that it's just airsoft or fake. He was not shooting, in other words. So who is really shooting at them? Is it the government? Is it the military? Are they actually shooting these crafts down? I don't know about that one. Okay, check this one out. So this is something News Nation said before Trump revealed, I guess, the truth, which we're gonna talk about it. Roll it.
Ross, it's always good to have you. So the FAA lifted this temporary ban, and now these drones are back. Are you surprised, or were you expecting this?
Oh, good morning, Marky. Look, the simple fact is they're like the Thanksgiving and Christmas guests that never left. The story saying that the story suggesting that there was a decline in the drones is nonsense. You've only got to talk to New Jerseyites and New Yorkers. They say these things never left the skies.
Yeah.
And as those mayors are saying...
Yeah, like I've also gotten comments from you guys in the comments, and you guys are saying, nah, man, these aliens, they never left. They never left. They are there. They are in the sky. Lock yourselves in the basement. The Martians are here. Yeah, I've been getting comments and people are saying they never left, which I think is true. But what are these? Is it like us? Is it like aliens? Is it reverse engineered tech? Trump actually responded, which we're gonna get into, but check this.
There are still hundreds of them every night over these neighborhoods. And all they want is answers, because the FBI has basically said it doesn't know what they are.
Yeah.
And
so did the ban even help?
Government...
Did the ban do anything,
No,
Ross?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. And the government's got no answers. It's as simple as that. And the public want answers. And indeed, the new president has promised to deliver one. So let's...
And he did. Or maybe not. We're gonna get to it. But we demand answers. We demand answers. We demand answers. The public demand answers.
hold them to that.
You know, do you think this story has now reached such a fever pitch that you have all these private drone owners who are just adding to the chaos because they know that it's going to rile up local residents, media headlines? Is that what we're looking at here, you think?
Well, Maki, I can tell you that the FBI has been trying very hard to capture one of these drones. They've been trying to bring them down. They've been trying to find the source, and they've failed. So if somebody from the neighborhood was putting up just a standard drone, they've been doing it very cleverly because the best resources of the US military and government have been unable to catch them. And that's why people are...
FBI more like failed bureau incompetency. Yeah, I mean, they know. Of course, I'm joking around, but the fact that the FBI said that we don't know, and Trump apparently talked about it and said that yeah, they know. Well, we know, and of course we know that they know, but they don't want to tell us about it. And the fact that the FBI is always like, nah, bro, we don't know, like trying to play innocent and all cute and like that, nah, bro, like get mama with that, bro.
Concerned. They describe objects that are 5 feet wide. In some cases, they appear to be changing their shape. They're doing all sorts of weird, anomalous things, and all the public want is answers because they're concerned, whatever the government says and denies, they want answers and they're concerned that it's a national security issue. And I noticed on the weekend, Senator Schumer, the former Senate Minority Leader, Democrat for New York, he also said the drones are back and he too wants answers. He suggested the new president needs to explain what's really going on.
And apparently, I could be wrong, but I could not find Trump's exact video, right? Because normally Trump usually is in office and he talks about it, and he said that he will get to it, and apparently this is the only video that we have, and she says that these are Trump's words. So first of all, check this out. Roll it.
Before I turn to questions, I do have news directly from the President of the United States that was just shared with me in the Oval Office from President Trump directly, an update on the New Jersey drones. After research and study, the drones that were flying over New Jersey in large numbers were authorized to be flown by the FAA for research and various other reasons. Many of these drones were also hobbyists, recreational, and private individuals that enjoy flying drones.
Lies! Lies!
In time, it got worse due to curiosity. This was not the enemy. A statement from the President of the United States to start this briefing with some news, and with that, I will...
She's like, okay, now that's a statement from the president. That's it, moving on. But I've read so many comments and people are not satisfied with it. And it does make sense. People are not happy with this response. They were mastering the human domain, peeved about it. Typical bureaucratic nonsense, wasting taxpayer time and money on pointless meetings while they know the truth all along. So they knew what their drones were the whole time, and they just wanted everyone, including members of local and state government, wasting time in meetings with no answers. That's the point. If they knew all along and this was nothing burger, why did they kept like this hidden? Why didn't they talk about it before? Of course we know that they know about it, but they did not want to say that. And now apparently it's confirmed that this is our tech, it's not adversaries, which is something that we previously talked about it too. Now this is where the conspiracy theory comes into place, right? And of course, if you want to believe it or not, that's up to you, but this is something that Dr. Stephen Greer talked about it, right? And it's also something that the FBI agent also did talk about it, and other whistleblowers claim that, well, yes, before we even had the Trump's response or the government's response, the whistleblowers were saying, yeah, the drones that you're seeing are actually ours, but it's reverse engineered tech from the real UFOs and the real aliens. So that's what the whistleblowers said. So yeah, some people were believing that, some were not believing. Some people were like, okay, some of them are real UFOs, others are our drones. But Dr. Stephen Greer, whistleblower, said that, hey, the orbs, the plasmoids, and the UFOs, the drones, mostly all of them, not all of them, but mostly all of them are our technology. Dark Ops, Black Ops, Lockheed, and all that, it's our tech based off of reverse engineered tech. In other words, yes, we're not alone, but it's our reverse engineered tech off of the real UFOs. But yeah, I don't know, man. A lot of people are not happy with this response. I want to know your thoughts on it. And check this one out. So this what happened right after roll it.
You know, I think somebody put in chat GBT.
I want to cut right to the chase. You believe what the current administration is saying, or are they not telling us the full truth about what's going on here?
You know, I think somebody put in chat GBT, what is the answer we can give that's not a real answer, but shut some people up? And that's what it spit out. I mean, look, if you watch that entire press conference, everything was very Trump-esque, except for that ridiculous little briefing that they gave at the beginning.
It felt like that they did not want Trump to talk about. They say this, like, presidents are usually temporary employees, so there are certain things that they don't need to know. It really feels like a very much, hey, we heard you, take this response and shut up. It really feels that way.
It was scripted. It was a bunch of words that didn't say anything. I don't really understand what the point of it was, quite honestly. It didn't answer anything. And by the way, for the record, every aircraft in the sky is authorized to be there by the FAA. So that's not news to us.
I still don't know why the FBI and local law enforcement weren't in the loop. Oh, it's, you know, FAA authorized. It was research drones, which, by the way, begs the question, what are they exactly researching, and how come law enforcement didn't know what it was?
Last I checked, FAA wasn't running around doing a whole bunch of research like that. They're a very conservative agency designed to police our skies.
And another factor here is that they have been doing this, the FAA authorized drones, for research and other reasons. What are those reasons, folks? What are those reasons? Is it Project Blue Balls? Is it Project Bluebeam? Or is it something else? Before I forget, I want to also share this with you. Roll it.
Yeah, he recently declassified a book that says all of humanity will soon be wiped out in a global cataclysm. The book is called The Adam and Eve Story. Part 1 and 2 blew my mind and they're up in my profile. What really trips me out is that the events outlined in this book actually gives reasonable explanations to history's greatest mysteries, such as Antarctica, the lost city of Atlantis, the pyramids all around the world, Stonehenge, Easter Island, the forgotten Pacific continent of Mu, the list goes on. And virtually every religion in ancient folklore and history talks of a catastrophe that resets the entire world, like the famous Noah's Ark, the hurricane flood of the Mayans, the Sumerians had the flood in Gilgamesh, and all written completely independent of each other and all prophesizing that it will happen again, aka Judgment Day. Same goes for legends of the pyramids and all these ancient structures all around the world. Each of these cultures have an almost identical story of some.
Look at that, man. Look at that head, though. You always hear about, like, they got tall heads, right? Like, they got big heads. I mean, how much IQ is this gentleman storing in that brain? Oh my goodness.
Greater being coming down and building these monuments for them, despite these ancient civilizations being tens of thousands of kilometers apart and never coming into contact with each other. Not a single one of them actually taking credit for these incredible achievements themselves. I don't know about you, but if I was some great civilization that built something as incredible as the pyramids, I would definitely want to be flexing on everyone about it. But these stories of the pyramids and worldwide floods, remnants of our advanced ancestors, pass on to the Stone Age of the next civilization of humans. And again, the book that outlines these events has been dismissed by everyone as pseudoscience. But as we've seen, especially lately, the difference between pseudoscience and science is usually just time. This book was classified by the CIA up until 2013, so were they trying to hide something from?
Yeah, and it's one of those things, right? The more they try to hide something, the more these conspiracy theories start rising up, right? What if they declassified because they were like, oh man, this book's kind of crap, so let's do it, you know, just for the fun of it. But the more you do that, the more you make people believe into the conspiracies. But I mean, it's a crazy theory for sure. I mean, it certainly is one of the most plausible one as well, right? I want to know your thoughts in the comments. Check out this video on the screen. I mean, holy smokes, it ain't no joke, guys. The stuff that came out, apparently new alien bodies were discovered. Actually, a female alien body was discovered. Check out this video on the screen, and a UFO apparently also ended up crashing during live news TV. What is going on? Check out this video on the screen, and I'll see you right there.